Hello, everyone. I literally sat down just as the countdown said, let's sprint. I was literally sprinting, and now you can hear me because my computer volume's on. All right. Take a breath. Relax. I forgot my sweater downstairs, so I ran down with 30 seconds left. And then I kind of forgot that there was a lag. So, of course, I was watching on my phone. Didn't include that 10 seconds. Whew. Okay. How is everyone doing today? Excuse me. I also meant to not have my hair in a bun either, but here we are. I'm just going to fix it here. It's fine. How is everyone doing? Hello, how are you? And this needs to come forward. There we go. Good afternoon. Not going to be reading, but I'm going to be watching Life After Death with Tyler Henry. It's so good. I definitely recommend it. It's really an eye-opener. Cool. Interesting. Where can we watch it at? Do you know? Is it a Netflix? Good morning, Sharon. Hope all is well. I'm on chapter 50 of Mist and Fury. Going to make some coffee too in the first sprint. Sounds good. I just made my coffee, though you can't see it. There it is. Nice. I'm excited because you're getting so close to a certain part of the book, and I really hope you get to it on sprints today because I just need your reaction. Hey everyone, gonna be listening to Stephen King, The Dead Zone, and physically reading the complete works of the Brothers Grimm. Awesome. I have a copy of the Brothers Grimm, but I have not yet to really read it. Good morning. Sprinting to the computer. Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. There was a lot of sprinting. A lot of sprinting. Good morning. Reading The Midnight Girls. Awesome. Sounds good. That's why I look like that. Sorry. I got distracted because I just looked really one tone in the camera, and I was like, oh, I didn't put blush on this morning. That's why I kind of look like a vampire, apparently. The one thing of makeup I forgot to do this morning. Good morning, all. Good morning. We're getting ready for 3 straight days of rain. Perfect for catching up on reading. Yeah, it's supposed to storm here in an hour or two, apparently, with tornado warnings and all kinds of things. So hopefully it won't be too bad and it won't mess up my Wi-Fi connection. We shall see. All right. I am still reading the Final Girl Support Group. I did not read anymore since Friday. I mean, who's surprised? Not me. Not me in the slightest. At all. Excuse me. My cough still really has not gone away since I was sick. It's just it's holding on, and I'll think it's gone, and then I either swallow wrong or cough once, and then it's just oh, I'm still here. So just ignore that. Morning. Going to take firstborn to school, come back and cook breakfast, and then time for some reading. Ooh, what are you cooking for breakfast? Only because I just had cereal, so I'm like, okay, what's everyone else having? Because I'm sure it was better than the Cheerios that I had. It's a Netflix show. Okay. I'll have to check that out. Tornado warnings? I don't want to drive in a tornado. I don't know if it's a warning necessarily. That's just what my dad said. I will check our weather for you. Rain is coming here, Tennessee, real soon too. No tornado warnings yet, but we're in a flash flood watch. Obviously, the whole East Coast is getting rain today. Oh, geez. It really is storming today. Thunderstorm is possible around 9:15, damaging winds, large hail, and possibly a tornado with some storms. So there's our weather today here in Georgia. Yep. Well, that's fun. That's gonna be a party. Cool. Well, perfect reading weather, I guess. Not so much driving to work weather. Oh boy. Yeah. In Tennessee too, it's so dark. It's at least here in Middle Tennessee. Yeah, it's kind of just like gray out here in Georgia in the metro ATL area. You all talking about rain. I don't mind it when it rains. I'm not a fan of like lightning and heavy, like stormy weather. I don't mind the rain at all. It's the thunderstorms that possibly have me going into a laundry room for like hours with my dogs is not my kind of weather. I hear Oz is lovely this time of year, if only. In Middle Tennessee too. A lot of people in Tennessee. I have family in Tennessee over in the Memphis area. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Oz before or after Dorothy goes power crazy. I feel like you should be reading Twister, The Wizard of Oz with that weather. Probably. Or watching Twister. I used to be terrified of that movie as a kid. Terrified. And then I think I watched Titanic and I was like, oh, this is the same guy from Twister. Bill Paxton. Great guy. Acting wise. I don't know him personally, so I can't attest to that, but acting wise, great actor. I'm in the Midwest. Awesome. Yeah, do we have any of our like West Coast people on yet? I don't think so. I think it'll be a couple hours before our West Coast shows up, since it's like 6 a.m., 5 a.m. over there. Do you get any? Well, no, Midwest. Do you guys get tornadoes at all? All right, we'll start our first sprint in about 2 minutes or so at 20 after. I'm going to try to get through this book today. I was working on like content planning and stuff. This is not normal for me. I just didn't even bother to finish the chapter. This, like, I don't usually do that, but I've been doing it a lot more lately. I've been doing it a lot more lately, and I'm like, what's wrong with me? I seen a TikTok yesterday where he was making fun of the way Americans say water, and it's true. Yeah. It's definitely, I don't think anyone pronounces it with a T. It's not water. It's definitely like WADDER, water. Yeah. It's like one of those words that everyone pronounces differently for some reason, which is really entertaining. It's the season for tornadoes. You didn't finish the chapter. I know. I am just as shocked as you. But really, like I usually finish the chapter. I also did put an actual bookmark in my book before the show started. I think I'm going to start I Am Margaret Moore by Hannah Capin. I don't think I've heard of that one. Did that come in a box, or was it just one you picked up? Oh, so you're right there in Tornado Alley. Gotcha. Well, if there's storms coming, stay safe. Indiana doesn't get a ton, but definitely wind and rain. Mostly we have the heat of Texas, the winter of Michigan, and flatland like Kansas. I mean, it was kind of hot yesterday, and I was like, oh no, it's starting. The Georgia summer begins in April. I can't say much as us Irish don't pronounce our T's. I really honestly don't think, like, depending on the word we do, but like, unless I'm singing choral music and it ends in a T, it doesn't really. We have got to enunciate. That's only the time the T's really, really show up. It was a digital arc I got from Wednesday Books. Ooh, I got a new arc from St. Martin's Press through NetGalley. It's called A Rip in Time. I'm excited about it. Just thought I don't know. I just was like, oh, I got excited about it. I also put in for the NetGalley of Adrian Young's new book. I doubt I'm going to get that one, but a girl can dream. A girl can dream. All right, we're going to hop into our first sprint and get to reading and drinking this coffee that I need because my throat is just like complaining so much about either being dry or it's just not wanting me to talk anymore. So we're going to hop into our first sprint for 45 minutes. So take care. Happy reading, happy productivity, and I will see you back here in 45. Yes, it is on there. Put in for it. See you back here in 45. Okay. Anyway, we're back. I didn't even realize the timer had stopped, so hopefully it wasn't too long. I got about 34 pages, so not bad. Not bad. Got another cup of tea now watching your show. Kim, you looked like you were laughing hard at one point. What did you read? Oh, yeah, I tabbed it. It's just, so basically they're talking about like, it's just like a list of movie reviews of all the movies that were made based off of the different Final Girls stories. And this one review just goes, the 2003 remake isn't bad in a midriff-bearing CW cheekbones kind of way. And it just made me laugh really hard because I was just like, oh, look, Vampire Diaries, CW cheekbones. Just made me giggle. I like, it was just like one of those funny things that I just didn't think it would say CW cheekbones. Being a big fan of CW shows, it is really like right on the money. Toasted a sourdough English muffin with oh, that sounds good. And chapter made it to 13 minutes into chapter 55. You made it. It's like chapter 54 is cute and then chapter 55 is spicy. 32 pages. Awesome. Got my son off to school and started. Pancakes sound good too. I thought you completely forgot about the timer. I honestly did. Like, I looked up and then like I think I had like 6 minutes left, but when I muted my speaker, and so the sound didn't go off. That's okay. I looked up when I finished like a paragraph, so it was fine. It was okay. I got 8%. Nice. Yeah. I was like CW cheekbones. And which immediately took me to Damon Salvatore. Immediately. 50 pages. Nice job. Forgot to keep count on the pages, but about 20. Hey. Good morning. How are you? I really need to start putting my coffee in a Yeti so it stays hot. Because I need to like get a single, is there like, I feel like we've had this conversation before about refrigerators, but I'm like, or microwaves. I need like that cup warmer, that permanent, like that. Or my dad told me about my aunt has one of those mugs that just like stays heated. I need one of those. Didn't realize it was Tuesday, so I think, yeah, that was just the first one. We just ended the first one, so you're good. You're good. It's so hard to not want to finish that last paragraph at the time. I mean, finish that paragraph. I mean, I just happened to look up. I don't even know how long the sprint was over, but when I looked up, but yeah, I just kind of like ended on a slight paragraph there. I'm excited now. Okay, so this is picking up now. Like it's picking up. It's picking up. I don't know where it's going, but it's definitely becoming more of like that normal thriller speed. Your mini fridge can keep things hot or cold. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I need something to keep. Because it's like part of me just like wants to hold it over my candle, be like, okay, can this heat it up? I'll just have to go downstairs and heat it up when the next sprint starts. Which our next sprint will be 30 minutes, and we'll say we'll go at 20 after. So in about 7 minutes. If you're just hopping on, let us know what you are reading. Watching while working. Shh, don't tell. Give me a wave. I have to keep you muted. Hey, I actually wondered where you were. Yeah, where were you? Still in the escape room. Wanted to be done by now, but I just haven't been reading. It's okay. Like I said at the beginning of sprints today, I hadn't read any more since Friday night. So I did do a bunch of cleaning over the weekend, so I didn't really I did not have too much reading time because I don't have an audiobook right now. So yeah, so pretty much sprints are my only reading time at this moment. Also, like, I don't know. I also think like that opening bit of this book was just like I wasn't sure what was going to happen, and I was like, this is kind of like supposed to be a thriller, and it's kind of like dullish, but now we're kind of getting further into it. So I'm like, I was talking to Sam. I don't know if she's in here yet, but I talked to her and I told her it was like a 3-4-ish rating right now. Of course, that was only like 40 pages in, but it's like leaning more towards like a more of a 4, I think. I don't know if it'll be a 5. I've tried to get more stingy with my 5s for books I plan on, like, I'll know I'm going to reread, and I don't think I'm there with this book yet. But I am enjoying it more than I was when I first started it. People notice you. We did, because I was like, I don't know where my West Coast people are. We were talking about where we all lived, and we were talking about the East Coast, and I was like, where my West Coast at? And you weren't here. Reading The Girl and the Goddess by Nikita Gill. Ooh. That one sounds familiar, but I probably need to see a cover to be like 100%. But how is it? Is it good? How are you liking it? Watched your April TBR. So great to roll to 20. I don't know. You probably do this too. Like, you just roll dice for the fun of it, right? Like, I was just rolling it in general, just to see how the dice was feeling. I was like, how are you gonna act today? You gonna give me like a high number? How are you feeling? And it kept rolling like high, and I was like, oh no. And then it gave me a 6, and I was like partially, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed that it was a 6. Only because a higher roll would have given us probably a way more entertaining game, to be perfectly honest. Because there were some other coffee breaks that I like would have made it fun. Like, there's a, like, for that one, I specifically wrote ones that were like -3 rolls, +3 rolls, +2 rolls, -2 rolls. That kind of thing, just to like make the number jump depending on how many coffee breaks we got. But it didn't really, nothing that I made to make it like way more entertaining and chaotic like ended up kind of backfiring, which is good for me. But like, I thought it would be a bit more chaotic and messy and fun, but it kind of turned out fairly like simple and nice. I don't know. My idea kind of backfired on me in a good way. Can't wait to hear your thoughts on boyfriend material. I'm so excited to read it. Yeah, because I read Addie, and I was like, okay, do I go straight into another contemporary? Because I really wanted a contemporary romance, but since I just finished Addie LaRue, I was like, I think I need to like read something else. But I probably will. I don't know if I'll read boyfriend material next, or I might technically pull a book that's not on my TBR because it's another library book. So I have House of Sky and Breath that I need to read. And I have 9 days to do that in, along with boyfriend material. So I really need to finish this today. I need to get a more concrete rating system. Right now I'm just like, meh. Feel like a insert rating here. Yeah. I really want to do the call pile. I was going to do that this year, and then I just like kind of didn't. And I do want to do that because it seems like a really good way of doing it. But yeah. basically I've just gotten to a point where 5s are for sure rereads. That's kind of like how my brain does it at this point. I don't know. But I used to like everything used to be a 4 and a 5, and I have gotten a bit more like strict with my ratings. Hello, how are you, Anna? Good morning. Oh, well, I've been having stressful times, so basically just didn't even know what day it was anymore. Oh, no. Well, let's have a good sprints, and you can de-stress, and I'm about to sneeze. I'm going to try to fight it off, but I don't know if I can. Nope. Ooh, just one. Just one. Ha! I'm a multiple sneezer, so just one for me, that's really impressive. Yeah, but it was 6 plus coffee breaks, plus your readathons and nonfiction. True, but I don't, for some odd reason, I wanted it to be chaotic. And it wasn't. Library books first, don't need to return unread. Yeah, especially House of Sky and Breath, because I'm sure that one's going to have a hold on it. The fact that it was at the library and on the shelf blew my mind. And yes, I always roll my dice for a game to get the ones out. Yeah. We don't need no natural ones. We don't need that. Call pile seems so elaborate. It does, but it's just like I like how deep it goes. And I do like that she did make a similar, like a nonfiction version for this year. But I just kind of forget about it. I feel like I need to like put like a chart up being like, remember to rate in call pile in like big letters. I still need to update my story graph, everything that I enjoyed myself on my trip, and then like, but everything that I need to update, like my adding books to story graph. That was my phone. I need to update my planner and do memory planning at this point because I'm definitely not caught up on that. Everything. I have all the things to catch up on. I recently watched a BookTuber's April TBR, and she will test out other BookTubers' games, has them roll, but she then chooses her own books. I shared a link to yours, so I hope you get more subscribers. Oh, awesome. Thank you. That's awesome. I would love to do one of those where I play other BookTubers' TBR games at some point. I just love, where am I in the comments? Wow, I just blanked out for a second. I use Compile and I'm finding it very helpful when rating, as I used to rate everything 3 and up. Exactly. Like I think that's the thing is like, I think it's this, and then like I sit on it and I'm like, but is it really? But then I feel like bad taking back my like higher rating. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like I feel like I'd have to reread it in order to see if it really needs a lower rate. I don't know. I'm just, I feel like Compile would just be like really helpful to like actually help me know if I really liked the book or I'm just thinking I really liked the book. Because sometimes I feel like I read I have my review in my head, and then I go and check out other people's reviews, and I'm like, oh man, I liked this book, but everyone else seems to hate it. And I'm like, did I just read this wrong? You know what I mean? Like, I sometimes I don't like reading other people's reviews. Granted, I'm a very positive reviewer. I tend to only actually review books I enjoy because I just, like, what's the point in sharing the books I hated? That just seems like not productive for anyone, in my opinion. I don't know. I'll probably do one of books that I like really like. I'll share ones I really didn't like bless that poor book's heart, but the woods are always watching. God. And one of the girls that I know on Bookstagram, she warned me. She was like, just don't bother. Don't continue. Just DNF it. And I was like, no, I'm going to push through it. I wanted to read this book. I liked Stephanie Perkins' first thriller. Yeah. Nope. Should have taken that advice because not good. Received an ARC for the German version of 100 Years of Lenny and Margot, my first ever ARC. Ooh, that's exciting. Congrats. That's exciting. I got my first ARC when I didn't even realize that like ARCs were like a thing. I just got like, it was like way back when they used to like have them on like the Facebook post, so you could just be like, oh, free advanced reader copy. I was just like, oh, this is cool. Like I didn't actually know. I think I was still like new to the whole book reviewing, booktube stuff, and I just like didn't really know about it. And so like I have a couple like really older ARCs from like 2013, and I was like, I don't know what this is. Now of course we know now, but it's a fun thing. Compile is so nice and helpful, and there's a simpler version too. Yeah, I definitely need to look at it again. Try pressing your tongue to the roof of your mouth to suppress a sneeze. Really? I thought that was just for like when you got a brain freeze. I'll have to try that the next time and see if it works. I have compile storygraphs, send my books for any readathons I might be to get points, my reading journal, reviews, all the things. Yeah, I need to catch up on everything. Especially Storygraph, because I really do like that more than Goodreads because of the graphs. And I think my last book that I put in there is A Taste for Love, and that was pretty sure that was from January. So I'm behind on that. That's too much. Yeah. I don't care enough about ratings. I don't know if I think I almost care more because it helps me unhaul books later on that I don't necessarily want to keep. I almost think that's more why I rate them than for like anyone else almost. I can't read other people's reviews before I've written my own review. I feel like I would borrow from theirs too much to form my own opinion. Oh yeah, I definitely like if I'm gonna write one, I totally write it beforehand. Though like and then like though there is some moments where like I'm like, okay, I want to know if I like understood this right. And so like once I'm done writing, I'm like, I'm gonna go see other people's reviews and see if they're on the same wavelength with what that was like meant to be. And like I'll just kind of like double check that I was like, I think this is what it's talking about, but I just want to make sure before I like sound really silly. And then like someone else will like kind of similarly have the same like viewpoint. I'm like, okay, someone else got the same thing out of this book that I did. Got it. I share my ratings on Goodreads, but on my Instagram, I just talk about the book with no rating. Yeah. I don't really post. I need to start posting more actual reviews of books. I recently read a book for book club. And 6 minutes past when I said we were going to start. That's on brand, and I need to plug my laptop in. So we're going to start the next sprint here after I finish these comments. I recently read a book for book club that I shouldn't have pushed myself to read because I gave it 1 star. You never know with book club picks. It just depends. I've been given some ARCs from local authors. That's fun. That's awesome. I have such a backlog of ARCs now. It's really I need a readathon for ARCs. Man, I don't think there's a right or wrong way to read or understand a book. It's an individual experience. Oh, it totally is. But it's just like, if it's confusing, if it's one of those books that you're like, makes you think and you're like, okay, did anyone else get this out of it? I'm most always curious to see what other people got out of, like anyone else gets the same thing out of it. Kind of like the ending to BioShock Infinite. If you haven't played that video game, that's a game. That ending. I had to look up what it meant because I had no freaking clue. Can't recommend the other games because I haven't played them or I started to, and I just absolutely hated how dark the colors of the graphics were. I just couldn't play. I couldn't see anything. And there was no way to lighten it, no matter how hard you try. It's just a really dark lit game. But BioShock Infinite, since it takes place in heaven, is much brighter. But yeah, the ending of that game was one of those where I was like, I don't quite know what happened. I think this is this, but I'm not sure, so I'm gonna look it up. Kind of things like that. All right, I'm gonna give it one more minute, and then we're gonna start on our next sprint for 30 minutes. I'm gonna go grab my computer cord because that was one thing I did not bring in here is my computer cord. So 30 minutes is our next sprint. I've changed it already. We're good. My laptop has the volumes up, so we're gonna actually hear the timer go off now. And I won't just like continue reading. I'm just glad I looked up. Can you just imagine you all trying to tell me the sprint was over? And I'm just sitting there like I got no sense of time. Like an hour later, we're still on the first sprint. I feel like that could have happened. I'm really glad it didn't. So we're gonna dive into our sprint, grab some coffee. I'm gonna go heat mine up, grab my charger, and I will see you back here in 30 minutes. So happy reading, happy productivity, and I'll see you back here. All right, how did everyone do on that sprint? I got 22 pages read, heated up my coffee, plugged in the computer, went and pet the dogs. So all in all, fairly good sprint there. There was one of the little twists happened. It's rainy, it's thundering, definitely reading weather. Good morning to Sam. She hopped on while we were sprinting. Just made another cup of tea. More tea is always good. Another 80% now to get ready for work. Be careful driving in this weather. I don't think we're getting, don't think today's the day for our frozen yogurt or whatever. I don't think today is the day. We need a sunny day for lunch / custard. That's what it is. That's the word I was looking for. Did some crocheting and read 24 pages. Ooh, what are you crocheting? I need to talk to my friend about crocheting. We need to get together. She made me a book sleeve and I want to learn how to make them because I think I want to add them. I mean, it might take me a while to get it down, but I think it'd be a fun addition to my shop would be crocheted book sleeves. Though they'd probably take me a heck of a lot longer than my normal ones, but I also kind of just want to make some in general and just learn how to crochet. 20 pages, I let the dogs in and made hot chocolate. Sounds good. What kind of puppies do you have? 18 pages, I got a bit distracted. Hey, but 18 pages, that's good. That's good. Now 9 minutes into chapter 58 of Mist and Fury. This book is frustrating. The amount of injustice and shit that could have been done to fix shit early on is annoying. But hey, there wouldn't be a book without it, right? Yeah. Yeah. How much more do you have to go? Are you almost done? Got settled into my desk at work and started From Blood and Ash. Nice. I still need to read that. I have it. I look over at my bookshelves like I'm going to be able to find it. I still have no idea where everything is from when I moved my bookcases. I still don't know where things are, except for specific things. Looking at you, Zoe, the bookcases are chaos. 13 pages, daughter woke up. She's on spring break and was a fun distraction. All fun. Are you guys doing anything special during her spring break or just kind of relaxing at home? I used to live in Florida, so once we moved to Georgia, my spring breaks, we pretty much went back to visit family friends in Daytona. It was kind of my like go-to spring break to hang out with my friends there. Thanks, I'll go slow and steady. No leaving for lunch today. Yeah, don't bring your lunch. For sure. Today is not the day. Or else you'll have to get the boat. Because we know that parking lot, when it rains, it turns into a lake. Just have to write a review for this arc. I'm trying to do some annotating in this book, but it makes me kind of uncomfortable to write in my book. You could use tabbies or sticky notes to take notes on, or on your phone on like a notes app. You could do page numbers and like type your annotation. That could help. I'm not a big annotator. I use tabbies sometimes if something's really funny. I would like to figure out a way to like annotate my books in a way that I like. The one thing I have thought about doing with like writing in a book would be to get a book to like send amongst like a group of my friends or whatnot, and like we each write in a different color or underline things that we think are funny in different colors and just see what everyone's opinion of it was. "18 pages and 2 cups of tea. Nice work. I'm crocheting a Powerpuff Heart bag. I've been obsessed with this design and I'm trying to put it on the bag now. We'll see how it goes." Ooh, I kind of want to see what that is. I want to see what that looks like. When like, do you post your projects anywhere, or do you have a Bookstagram, Instagram that you post stuff on? Because that sounds cute and I want to see it. Oh, you have 12? Oh my gosh, I'd be in puppy heaven. I have 2. It's the first time we've ever had more than one dog. Usually we have multiple cats, and this is the first time we've had more than one dog. So I have 2, brother and sister, who have decided ever since they learned how to shake, I'm regretting teaching them shake, because now they just want to put their paws on you at all times. Like, it's like, oh, I need this, paw. Oh, you're hungry, paw. Like, all the time, all day. And I'm like, 1, I need to trim your nails because those getting sharp. And 2, I'm like, stop. It's cute, but stop. It's a reread for me. You could use it as a sand pick for next month. Ooh, that's true. I could. Yeah, did you see my comment on the Discord? I'm just over here, making 2 TBRs for May. It's fine. I'm not even done reading 1 book for April, but, I don't know. I always want to do like separate TBRs for readathons, and I was like, maybe I should think of this now. I still don't know what type of witch I want to be for your readathon, though. I haven't decided. Which one? What are you doing? Which one are you doing? "54 pages left. I hadn't felt frustrated until now, but I suppose a lot is coming out at the moment. It was assumed with the book actually telling me I was right." Yeah. Yeah, you get to that point where you're like, okay, so this is what's all going on. It's a very interesting book, to say the least. I can't remember too much about it, but I was like, I hadn't read that kind of like thriller-esque story before. Based like that kind of setting, I guess, like the business co-workers and like I don't know. It was interesting. "I need to start crocheting a pair of baby booties and a baby blanket soon for a friend that will be having a baby." Oh, I thought about making my friend is currently on baby watch right now, which is exciting. We had her baby shower back at the end of March, and so baby should be here anytime in the next week or so, I think. And I'm really excited. She's my hairstylist who makes this look good, but she's also one of my friends from high school. I've gotten much closer to her over the last 10 years. And so I'm so excited that the baby is going to be here soon. I'm very excited. We need to plan on when we're going to do our buddy read. Yes. I need to get a copy. That's the one thing where I need to see if my library, I should probably just go to the library. Save money for now and go to the library, but we do. We definitely need to do that. "We're ice skating a few times and going to Newfield's Art Museum. She's such a good budding artist." Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I wish we had a skating rink, an ice skating rink closer to us. All of ours are like kind of north of the city. But I would love to go back and go skating. I'd like to actually, I've looked at ordering and seeing how much a new pair of skates are so I could have my own pair. The last time I did ice skating was, I want to say maybe I was like 10 or 11. So those skates definitely don't fit me. Yeah, I'm using tabs as well, but I'm underlining quote scenes with pencils so I can erase it once you're done. Yeah, most of the books that I have annotations are school books, like for like writing papers and essays and things. That's kind of like the ones that are mostly have writing in them. I got bought seen through sticky notes for, ooh, those are cool. Yeah, I've been pulling my tabs and trying to use all my supplies that I have. I have so many like sticky notes and things that are just like accumulated from over the years. Good idea. Yeah, that's cool. I like the see-through idea. Currently doing a HP puzzle, and now I've almost finished the outline of it. Have to figure out how it all fits together. Ooh, I love a good puzzle. I have a puzzle. Actually, I have a couple that I need to do. One is probably going to get glued. Eventually, I swear, when I have like a house and there's like decor on the wall, it's like all going to be puzzles I've glued together. I have one. I have one that slaps me pretty right. It took me a second to remember where we were in this conversation, and I was like, I've been reading too much dark romance books, I think. Oh wow. Yeah, that sentence did not go back to dogs at first. So there's that. Yeah, but both of mine, yeah, and ever since they learned how to shake, just have decided that slapping and hitting me is just an appropriate use of their paws. I'm like, no, it's not. I love you guys, but no. They were from Amazon, pretty cheap. Ooh. I thought my dog to be pretty before I give her a treat. Oh, cute. I'm always planning ahead. I think I'm going to try to do all of them since I'm the high priestess. Go for it. I know. I think I'm leaning towards like eclectic only because like I read through all of them and I'm like, but I like that and that and that and that and that out of like each individual one, and I'm like, okay. I had a Shih Tzu and that would beg pretty. Oh, so cute. Milo has started spinning when we're giving him his food. Like he just starts spinning around. So he already knows like spin on his own and has decided that that's his, like before he eats, he just spins around in a circle. And I'm like, I keep saying spin now. So he like thinks of that. I just think it's funny. These two dogs do things that I haven't had other dogs do before. And it's hilarious. My dog is a Bichon Frise. Oh, so cute. I suppose the book still has time to hand out some justice, but wow, how unnecessary was all of this. Yeah, it was a weird one. Like, it's good, but it was a weird one. Like, we were talking about so much. Get your mind out of the gutter. I mean, I wasn't necessarily horrified, but like, I was just like, what's going on? I thought I said spitting at first too. Back to the saying T's and D's, like water. I personally also thought I said spitting at first. Okay, all right. we're going to go into our next sprint. Obviously, I need to get back into my book and just I need to go read for a bit. Yeah, I thought I said it too, and I was like, did I say spitting? I said the D, but like I don't. Yeah. Oh, okay. We're a mess. It's fine. Are the tabs called transparent sticky notes? Is that what they're called, Sam? Is that what they're called? Huh? Let us know. She believes they are. All right, I'm going to go start the next sprint for us. We're going for 45 minutes this time. I don't even care what time I'm starting this sprint at. It's definitely not on a 5 or a 0, but hey, we're going. So happy reading, happy productivity. I'll see you back here in 45 minutes. It's fine. Our specialty is reading, not speaking. 100%. See you all back here in 45. All right, how did everyone do on that one? I got about 42 pages read. Getting close to the halfway point. Getting close. It's reading a lot faster now that I'm like getting into it. I've read about 100 or so pages. Yeah, I've read exactly 100 pages since we started sprints. Wow, okay, so this is more than I even thought it was. Less frustrated, now I'm shook. Yeah. It's a very interesting one. I got 7 minutes into chapter 65, so the next sprint I should finish Akamath. Ooh, nice. Are you going to go straight into Wings and Ruin? 38 pages. Still watching your show. Cool. 39 pages before the devil breaks you. Got to chapter 2. Awesome. 30 pages left. Almost done. 60 pages. This book is in verse, so it reads a lot quicker, but it's really good. Ooh. That's fun. Sometimes I like books that are in verse, and then sometimes I don't. It's just like, it seems a bit of hit or miss writing style for me. Hello, how are you? Hello, joined halfway and read 16 pages. Hope your day started off amazing. It's been pretty good. It's a nice rainy, thundery, stormy day, so perfect for reading. I hope you're having a good day as well. Thanks for joining in. 22 pages. Nice. 27 pages. Not going to wait until June for now going to wait until June for book club. Okay. That makes sense. What do you know what you're going to pick up next? I mean, I know that you haven't finished Mr. Fury yet, so let's thinking ahead, but like if you're just hopping on, we have one more sprint left for 30 minutes. We'll probably start in about 6-10 minutes or so. We'll see. Whenever the chat gets out of hand. Also, I'd like everyone to know that as soon as I opened this book to finish after that last little hilarity of chat, it was like, romance novelist. And I was like, are you kidding me? It just like mentioned romance books, and I was like, of course it would. Of course it would. I already need a nap. I don't tend to nap, but over the weekend, I napped quite a bit. And if this weather keeps up like this all day, who knows? There may be a nap in my future as well. Going to pick up 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. I don't think I've heard about that one. I'll have to check it out. Is it like a contemporary, or what's the genre? I meant to ask this also earlier. Is anyone participating in a Magical Readathon or Realmathon this month? I'm getting excited because I'll finally be able to like actually input a book. I also seem to need a nap these days, even if I have coffee. I really think that I need to, like, as much as I like hate the idea of giving up coffee for like a little bit, I almost feel like I need to give up caffeine so I can get back to a level that my body is like, okay, you don't need this much caffeine to function. But I feel like I don't know if it's gonna happen. Growing up, I was made to feel shameful for wanting to nap, so sometimes I feel guilty when I try to nap and can't actually sleep. Super annoying. I was just never anytime I even took a nap, I would wake up more tired. So I've just never been a good nap taker. I want to think that I don't even think I was a good nap taker in when I was a kid, like in preschool kind of thing, like the school where they'd be like nap time, and I remember there's one where I literally remember laying on that blue and red folding mat that you had and not sleeping. I actually that might be one of my earliest memories. Wow. Core memory. But yeah, I remember that I just didn't sleep. I just laid there in the dark classroom or whatever. No, I definitely do not like sleep. 2 done for both so far. Nice. I'm participating in the Magical Readathon and 2 others. Solid. Where do you find those readathons? Some are on most of them are booktube channels. The channel for the Magical Readathon, the screen name for that is Book Roast. And then I can't remember what the full screen name for the Realmathon is. Is it Cassidy with Books or what is the screen? What is I can't remember the screen name for that one. But if you look, they both have Twitter accounts as well. But all of them are on booktube channels, and some of them I find through chat, and then others I find through watching other people's videos that I then hear about it and then go watch their videos. Covers with Cassidy. That's it. Covers with Cassidy is Realmathon. Fine, thank you. I just joined. I'm currently reading Mary Will Die. Well, welcome. We do have 1 sprint left for 30 minutes. So I hope you enjoy sprinting for a bit. I'm participating in Realmathon. Okay, if I want to see what team everyone's on for Realmathon if you're participating. I'm in Calamy. Can't even pronounce my own team name. Contemporary romance. Ah, perfect. I'm aiming to be a Feywild cartographer for my calling. What about you? Right now, it's the Illusionist Rogue because it was one of the smaller ones. Though I did roll, I kind of rolled a d20 for it and was going back doing best out of whatever, and it was totally wanting me to be a Feywild cartographer. But I think at this point, I'm kind of more along the lines of I'm just gonna read my TBR and then see what books fit what. Because I would have liked to do a necromancer or the demonologist, but those were a lot of books. But if I get the stuff read and it works, then perhaps. But Illusionist Rogue is what I have books picked for. Oh, maybe waking up more tired is literal worst. Yes. And that's always seemed to be what happened when I napped. That's what I'm reading for now, Magical Readathon. I think this is going to count. I think this counts for Realmathon. I don't think it's a... Well, it could, you know what? It could count for Magical Readathon. I'd have to look up the prompts again to see if I can pull Magical Readathon for this one too, somewhere. Team Bale, Team Ascana. I haven't even heard of the readathon you're talking about. Realmathon was a very new edition at literally on the last day of March. I was like, I'm going to do this readathon. Very, very Magical Readathon, though. That's one that's been going on for a while, but this is my first time participating. It's a mix of a D&D / school testing Harry Potter-esque kind of thing. And it's been really fun so far. But you kind of like create a character, and then right now we're on our first semester at Aurelium Academy. It's a good time. Good time. All right, we'll start our next sprint in just a few minutes. Our fourth and final sprint. I'm aiming to read one book for each prompt for the Magic Readathon, so I can adjust later, but it fits my character best, I think. Sounds good, yeah. I think Illusionist Rogue fits mine. There was another one. I don't know if I still have it. I only kept my Illusionist Rogue paper. I forget. I think it was the gate one. And as soon as I read that you got free like food and beverages at a convention, I was like, ooh, that sounds good. Complimentary alcohol, and I was like, I'm there. It was funny when I read it. It was like, I think it was like mulled wine or something. I was like, ooh, that sounds good when I read it. And I was like, maybe I should do this one. Oh yeah, I know the magical one, but I don't have time this year. Tried last year though. Solid. Yeah. I feel like sometimes this is the first readathons I'm doing this year, because I just haven't had the time to like sit down and think of readathon stuff. But I do have a goal to do 6 readathons, participate in 6 of them this year. So I'm getting 2 right now. And then we have whatever-a-thon coming up again, which I'm so excited about. I'm not too sure what I'm aiming for magical, just picking up as I go. Yeah. I did pick Illusionist Rogue, but at this point, I think I'm just going to read all my books for whatever, and then go through them at the end of the month, and whatever calling. If one of the callings was like one I really wanted and I have the books to count it, then maybe I'll go with that. Well, I'm off to spend time with the girl. Happy reading, everyone. Totally checking those readathons out. Thank you. You're so welcome. Have a good time. Enjoy the spring break. Always love these sprints. Thanks for doing these. You're so welcome. Thanks for always hanging out. Have a good rest of your day. All right. So with that, we have our 30-minute sprint, our final sprint of the live. So we're just going to get right into it. And I'll see you back here in 30 minutes. So happy reading, happy productivity, and let's rock this last sprint, everyone. All right, and that's our final sprint. How did everyone do? I got 28 pages. It's getting good. I'm interested to know what's going to happen in like the last half of this book, though. I don't know what's going to happen in the last half of this book. But I'm probably going to... I really don't want to take the dogs out in this rain, but I'm probably going to end up taking them out and then finishing the book. Hello. Finished Akamath because the ending, I don't think I'll be able to wait until June to pick a back one. Isn't that the truth? I read them back to back, the trilogy. You know what? I've oddly actually read most of Sarah J. Maas back to back. Got to page 48. Read out 35 pages. Managed to get to page 74 today, which I'm really happy with. Awesome. That's great. Only 20 pages left. So close. I read 66 pages. Oh, you're almost done. I have a physical book open at the moment. Girl in the Rearview Mirror by Kelsey Ray Dimberg. Just started it last night, but I only have a 3-day loan left to finish 7 days in June. Got 10 minutes into it. Oh, the library books. Yeah, that's why I'm probably going to start House of Sky and Breath after this, even though it's not really on my TBR. But it needs to go back to the library on the 14th. The dogs are freaking out, so they probably see a deer or something. Or are playing. 54 pages left of Mary Will Die. Almost done. Ooh, lots of us are coming to the end of our books. 14 pages left. Got here to read 20 minutes and read 3 chapters. Awesome. I like this book now. False alarm before. I feel like I need to like almost re-listen to it or something because I can't remember it too well. Since it was a while ago, but like I remember I enjoyed it, but I don't remember it like... I think I said I gave it like a 3-star, even though I thought it was more than that. Dogs. Sorry, I muted the mic so I could talk to the dogs for a second. This book is literary fiction, though, which isn't what I usually read, so I think I need some Kindle Unlimited romance before going to bed. I mean, definitely an option. Definitely a good option. Almost read 100 pages in total for these sprints. Yes. I don't use my library books. I don't usually go to the library for physical books. I usually just use it for audio, but I needed to pick up Boyfriend material, and then I saw that they had Sky and Breath, so I was like, I'm just gonna... I mean, I'll probably buy both of them because I have a feeling both of them are going to be fairly high reads. 200 pages left. Read 35 pages of Shadow Thief by Mark Levy. Sounds great. I did get over 100 pages read with these sprints. Thank you so much for hosting. You're absolutely welcome. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, let's see where I got to. I started on 44, so I got about like 130 or so pages read during sprints, somewhere like that. Kind of impressed with myself, but this is reading much faster now. Yes, Libby is a great way to use your library to read or listen for free. It really is. That's the first time, I think, in a while that I've actually gone to the library and got physical books. All right, so that was our last sprint. So thanks everyone for hanging out and sprinting with me this morning, this afternoon, this evening, wherever you are. I have sprints already set up for Friday, so you can hit the set reminder button on that. or subscribe and it'll notify you when I go live. I think it sends a notification about like 15-30 minutes beforehand. So yeah, so I have sprints then. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Got to the end of the chapter. The sun has actually come out. Just may dash out to the park with my binoculars and try to do some bird watching. Ooh, have a fun time. It is pouring down rain here. Enjoy the sunshine while you can. I have a book I got from 8 weeks being on hold due in 8 days, and I haven't even had a chance to start it. Isn't that how it always works? Thank you for the sprints. You're so welcome. You as well. Have a great rest of your day, everyone, and I will see you soon in sprints, or I will see you in a brand new video. Thank you for the sprints. You're welcome. Have a great day, everyone. I will see you all later.